All right, everybody, it's TechFest 2007, and I knew one of the booths that I was really excited about and had to hit was Boku. Now, basically, it's a computer game that teaches children how to program. Is that correct?
Exactly. Our current gut feel is maybe we might be able to reach 5-year-olds, which would be kind of a breakthrough.
Yeah.
And what we want to do is give them a feeling of what it's like, what a programmer feels like when he's writing code, without a lot of the text and the sort of intimidating user interface and stuff like that. But real coding. So they're debugging, they're problem solving, they're figuring out the program's running, but it's doing something, but it's not what I meant for it to do. And a lot of these experiences that a dev has today, and then really map some of those into a more playful game.
It is adorable. I love the animation.
Isn't it fun?
Now, I'm not 5, but I'm 17. So let's see if we can teach me how to program, because literally I'm probably at the level of a 5-year-old. So show me some basics here.
So we've basically reset to an empty world. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, I need a little data for my program to operate on. So I'm going to toss in a red apple, and I'll toss in a green apple. There's no typing. There's no incredible text screens or anything like that.
Basically just getting the concept of programming.
Exactly. And the emotional experience. I tried something, it worked, yeah, or it didn't work, what's going on? So there's a blank program.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to tell him, move towards the red fruit. Because obviously he's got to do that before anything interesting happens. So I'm going to say if you see something, now I have a bunch of filters for what kind of things he can see. So now for the verb, I'm going to say move, and then I'm going to say towards.
Okay.
So this is basically saying if you see something red, move towards it.
Okay.
Right? So now I'm going to compile and run, and there he goes. So he's going to go there, and now I'm wanting him to eat the apple, but wow, he's just sitting there, and and there's another apple, and he's not doing anything with that. Well, once again, he's doing what I told him, not what I wanted him to do. So let's fix the program, do a little debugging. So I'm going to go back into the program, think about, oh, okay, well, I didn't tell him to eat anything. So I'm going to add another row. Now we're going to say if you actually bump into something, if you're that close, if you bump into a fruit, then go ahead and eat. And there we go, and watch when he eats it. He's like, yeah,
I did it right.
And that's built into the model, so that these behaviors can arbitrate. And that way we get to filter out a lot of like state machine management and complex, hairy stuff that would basically make it too complex too soon for a little kid.
This is amazing. This obviously it's not finished yet. This is like a beta, shall we call it?
Pre-beta even. This is actually the first time it's been publicly demonstrated anywhere today.
And what's your reaction been like? Because I mean, this is just—it's a mind-blowing.
Pretty overwhelmingly positive.
Do you have any idea what we can expect this, like what a release date would be, or is it too far off at this point?
We would love to, in research, release it as a public beta. But what we would do first is go to the product teams and see, does anyone want to commercialize this? Maybe put it on Xbox Live Arcade. Who knows? And so if there's, those guys get first crack at it. So if they want to ship it, then we work with them. And if, people want to, let's look at it some more, we can put it into schools for trials. Maybe we do a public beta on a website, engage interest that way.
And do you have an estimation of like how high up it's going to get? Like I could see this going all the way up to the high school level, obviously, if you advanced it, incorporated keyboards and a bit more.
There's two interesting ways to look at that. One is, let me show you just real quick a slightly more complex world.
This one's got all sorts of trees and other Bokus.
This Boku's hunting for red apples, and anytime he sees a green one, he's just kicking it downhill. This guy is his defender. He's following the other Boku, and anytime he sees a flying saucer, he's shooting at them.
So much fun.
And then the flying saucers are chasing each other, and they're flocking together and exhibiting some cooperation.
It's all running at the same time. And who are you controlling? Where's your Boku?
That's just that. I don't control Boku. I just write the code. So you do it through the code. And we've considered making it so that you could write code that talks to the controller. So it would be an extra thing. So the Boku would say, if the controller is pushed to the left, then I'll move that way. So kids could add that direct control if they want it. So that's one way that it goes upscale. Older kids might do a more complex world. Another way is if you go and look at one of these programs. So here's the saucer program. Now each of these, we call them tiles or behavioral tiles. And you get a set of these that's built in. Now maybe in a future version, these are collectible. And there'll be a special release of one that lets him fly. And then...
It's limitless.
Yeah, and you could trade these. You could imagine it's like sort of a Pokemon, did I get all the cool tiles, right? And then maybe
your guy can hop, my guy can't hop.
Because you can see that you can build a little puzzle world and then give it to your friends to solve. So
it's amazing. You guys are doing exceptional work. I'm blown away. I wish we could have it tomorrow. I wish I could play because I need to learn how to code myself. It's called Boku, Lightweight Programming for Kids. And is there a website yet, or are we still too early?
We're still pretty early. I would say in the next couple of weeks, any search on research at Microsoft.com, we'll bring it up.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right. It's good stuff.